see this.
All those freaking threes, dude. Come on.
Oh man, you rolled 5 of them, by the way. 5 of them.
1, 2, 3.
That's insane.
4, 5. Yeah.
Can't
Isn't that
believe you rolled 5
retarded?
threes. Yeah, that is.
I've never rolled that bad in my life playing this game.
Oh, I've rolled it many times. I've rolled pretty bad.
I usually roll really well. I don't get it. I guess everybody has to have a bad night, right?
Just good thing it's just an illusion, man. It's
Right.
just an illusion.
Good thing it wasn't real.
Yep.
Okay. Now, this one.
Oh, wow.
Ghost
Dude,
spider.
he's screwed.
Oh, boy.
All right. Luel, his arcane focus, his little crystal starts to glow as well. And so, yeah, that black rhinoceros spider fades out. And this other spider takes its place. And this one looks way different than all the other ones that we've seen. Vincent says, this creature is what we call a ghost spider. And he says, okay, so to describe this, these have, basically it's blue and white. And it has, these, looks like a typical giant spider, except for its blue and white colorizations. And its legs go out into these sharp points that are completely dark blue. And its underside and underbelly are all white. And has these 2 big, thick fangs sticking out, just like a giant wolf spider. And it has its eyes kind of have this light bluish look to them. So it's just blue and white. So we call this a ghost spider, and for good reason. And it's probably going to be the most challenging for Luel to simulate. But these ghost spiders basically teleport all around the place.
Oh my gosh.
And he says these ones are a bit more rare to find, but we have seen them in the hunting parties that do meet these. Don't be afraid to run. That's what he says. And Captain looks at you guys with a worried look on his face and says, are you serious?
I wink at him and I say, good luck.
And he looks at you and he says, we need to get off this bloody island. He kind of murmurs. And
no kidding.
yeah. So let me deck set up. It's gonna be awesome if the captain actually does this. I don't know how, but we'll see. Well, the captain has some cool tricks that even you guys haven't really seen yet. So I'm hoping you guys are probably gonna. Oh, and he has his amulet, so
it's true.
Maybe. All right. Here is Captain Balazar's initiative roll. So yeah, Vincent says, good luck, Captain Balazar. Here we go. So he pulls out his dagger and dang it. Okay. Both of them just kind of pause for a moment. And let me shuffle. All right, Captain. Turns and runs. No, he doesn't. But
that would be funny. What he just said, turn and run.
Don't be afraid to run.
Yeah.
I'm running.
Oh man.
Showed my battle prowess.
Yeah, before he goes in, so his little delay was because he turns around and he says, it's not real, right? And he runs right at this thing with his dagger. And he takes a swipe at it. So let's
Come on, Captain, roll a 20.
I know. Here we go.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, and the spider lurches up high on its legs as he comes in. Its fangs start moving, and it attacks. Holy crap. Yeah, the poison is pretty vicious on these too, Vincent says. The spider comes down. It looks like the fangs are about to hit Captain Balazar, but he is using an ability where he can use a reaction. And it's actually the defensive duelist feat that he has. So he's going to use his reaction to add a proficiency bonus to his AC for the attack. So based on his armor class now, the attack misses. So he just kind of does a little tumble and he rolls away, and as the fangs come down, and the spider misses. And then suddenly the spider just vanishes. And the captain looks around and says, What trickery is this? And he's looking right at Lua.
Like
and,
a spider, dude.
And Vincent says, it's a ghost spider, Captain. Keep your wits about you. And he's like, what? And he's like looking all around. He says, what do I bloody do now? And he does a ready action.
That's what I would have done.
Does a ready action to stab anything that comes within his reach. And he stabs as it appears right there as it goes to strike, but the captain is ready, and he slashes out using his reaction to do the attack. Keep forgetting I let you guys see his rolls now, right? And yeah, he lashes out with that dagger.
Good for him. Nice.
Ooh, 9.
Wow.
Good for him. Nice job, Captain.
And Vincent says, yes, that's right. He says, now watch it, watch your footing. And now the captain already used his reaction to do the attack because of the ready action, so he can't do his defensive duelist on this, but hopefully you won't have to. So the spider lurches in. Crap.
Uh-oh.
My gosh, this damage is insane. Oh. Okay. So 4 points of damage for that bite. Now the captain has to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay. He saves, but he did get bit, so he's going to still take some poison damage. Wow. 11 points. Oh. And Vincent there is saying, oh, that poison would fell Minnie in its first bite. And he says, come on, hang in there, like try to do the best you can. And he says, I'll give you a bit longer. And the captain just kind of sputters, what, a bit longer to make a fool of myself? And yeah, this he goes in for another lurch. And the captain ducks down as the fangs go and like kind of pinch down right where the captain was standing. Okay. Captain stabs.
Kill it.
Come on.
Oh,
Oh, that was almost a 20. But hey,
Still a
he'll
hit.
take that. Come on, damage. Good damage. Yes.
nice.
And he slashes upwards underneath, right? Because he ducked down, and he slashes up with his dagger. And Vincent is just cheering him on, saying, "Yes, that's it." He's saying, "You're definitely giving this ghost spider something to think about." And the captain just says, and he's kind of frustrated with this whole thing. Man, not good. Freaking kidding me. Dude, why do I always roll good for the bad guys? Always. Oh, freaking A. Oh, crap. What the heck? Okay, so the challenge rating of this one is the same as that black rhinoceros spider.
3.
But this one is, yeah, it's 3. This one is, it's just way more powered for offense, not so much for defense. But jeez, these are scary, man. Yeah, he's done for. And on that bite, Vincent says, "Okay, enough. I think I've seen enough." And then the captain says, "Oh, I did that well, huh?" And he just kind of shakes his head. And he says, "What is this rubbish?"
He did do pretty good, though. I mean,
yeah, he did. So I'm gonna put this guy.
I mean, he hit the freaking thing.
Oh yeah, he took half of its health out.
Freaking face spider.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it is. I looked it up. Isn't it, Barry? It's a face spider.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. That one was actually identical to a phase spider.
Yeah, it seemed like it. I mean, because that's what phase spiders do.
Yep.
And that's what it looks like, I think.
All right, last up. So basically, we've all failed against our challenge except for Ghoul, who barely did it. But
wow. Wait, Deadeyes.
Yeah, so Deadeyes is up.
So as I go up, I'm going to open up my hand and I'll say, "Zizix, come," and have the imp appear in my hand, and then I'll whisper to it, and it will vanish. It'll disappear, turn invisible.
Excellent. Okay.
I bet there was murmurs in the crowd when he did that, huh?
What form is Zizix taking on when you did that?
Imp.
Imp. Okay. And Luel says, "A devil? What is this?" Says, you are not a wizard. Says, "What is this magic that you have where you combined demons to do your bidding?"
He says that to me, or is he just talking out loud?
No, Luel says that to you.
Say a gift and a curse.
And he shifts, uncomfortably, and he just says, Please be careful with that creature, Deadeyes." He just seems really uneasy about it for some reason. You don't really know why he's so uneasy about it. To you, it's just, it's a tool, it's a familiar, and he's loyal to you. And, you're not a big arcane scholar and stuff, so, it doesn't bother you any, but for some reason, this Luel guy seems really uncomfortable at seeing your imp. So
I'll just say, "Oh, don't worry, I've seen worse things. He's all right."
As long as you can control him, I suppose. And
I'll also say, "I imagine you're aware of this, but I can't really fight to the best of my ability in these cramped circumstances. But we'll do what I can."
And Vincent says, "Yes, those who I've noted have made a lot of use of magic. That is something that will be taken into consideration." All right. So for this last one,
You get the Trask spider.
The Tarrasque.
Yeah.
Oh, close. It's a giant spider. Giant spitting spider.
Okay. So this one, I'm gonna go to my notes here. Okay, this last one that you will be likely to find in the area is a very dangerous spider. This one looks to be, they come in different colors and varieties throughout the islands here. Some are seemingly tiger striped or, like black and white striped. But most of them share the same resemblance of like some sort of striping all along its abdomen or like a chevron type pattern. And they also are kind of furry like a wolf spider down their legs, kind of like the giant mole spider, except for these spiders have these glands sort of like the yellow razor spider, except for they spit out this weird, strange mucus. And he says these spiders, what this mucus does is if it gets on you, it's actually a type of poison, and it attacks your muscles. And your muscles will just seize up, and you won't be able to move.
Oh boy.
And he says, so when you see its abdomen rear up and, and it's about to shoot a gob of this sticky, mucusy crap at you, watch out. And when these spiders see that they've paralyzed their prey, they go in for the final kill. Like it's, it happens very quickly.
GG.
So.
Get good.
Yep, Deadeyes. Why don't you roll a couple of initiative checks, one for Zizix and one for you. Is that Zizix?
Yep.
Okay, now for you. Oh, so close. Okay, let me roll for this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle. We'll just note we'll skip your card, okay? Okay, we're skipping you because you didn't make it. All right, Zizix. So he's invisible.
Yep. Gonna go over there and do the help action.
Okay. Okay. Oh, its abdomen rears up, and out comes this sticky yellowish gob of ichor coming out, flying right at you. And you dodge to the side.
Wow.
And it just disappears. As it hits the ground, it just disappears. And Vincent says, good, good. And now I'll shuffle. That was really good that you avoided that. Okay.
Yep, I'm just doing help.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, no way. Its sticky gland had it recharged, and it's going to do it again. Oh, and you dodge to the side as it comes up, kind of up this way, and you just kind of crouch down and dodge to the side, and it just misses you. And Vincent is just, just clamoring in excitement. He's like, yes! And says, now show him what you got.
Okay, so Hex.
Okay.
The dexterity penalty.
Okay.
And just to remind you, I've got lucky rolls, so
Yep.
don't tell me successes or failures just on anything that you
Yeah.
don't want me to know I'm doing.
Gosh.
Yeah. I'll wait
Okay.
a few seconds. So just like if you think you might want to use one on a roll, just try to be ready to do it.
I'm so dumb.
You know, I'll wait. I'll wait a couple seconds before I comment on a roll.
So, like for that for example, I think I'm going to roll again.
Yep.
So I'll use
Yep.
one of my luckies.
Now you get to choose between the two as well. Okay.
I think I'll choose the 20.
Yeah. Good choice. So Eldritch Blast comes streaking in, and it just, in the blast, it doesn't go. Here's the interesting thing too. So this beam of energy, as it slices through the air and hits this this image of this creature, it doesn't go all the way through. It actually seems to, like, the magic seems to have hit and stopped something.
It's
Which
interesting.
is interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no blood splatter or anything like that. It's just kind of stopped short. So damage.
Man, bad rolls for damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, your knockdown isn't going to be good enough. So,
No, it's D8.
Yep. Alrighty. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll just move over here.
There's a door there. There's a wall. So
Yeah.
you're going to be backed up all the way against it?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just going to slightly move. Whoa. What happened?
I don't know.
So I'm just going to slightly move you like that. Okay.
Oh, I forgot I had advantage. Wow.
Oh, so you burned a lucky and you probably didn't need to.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Speaking of which, I will continue to have advantage.
Yep.
Doesn't help.
So Zizix is just going to continually help.
Yeah, unless something weird happens.
So maybe Zizix should be over bugging Luel to give you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might make more sense with how this is.
Yeah.
But we'll leave it at that. But we'll just say maybe Luel is kind of getting messed with a little bit, distracting him. But
He's still nervous about the fact that there's this demon running around. He doesn't know where it is.
there you go. There you go. He's just like, whoa, where'd that creature go? And he's like constantly checking his pockets and who knows what else. All right, Deadeyes, you line up a shot.
Nice. Okay, Eldritch Blast again.
Okay.
With advantage.
With advantage. Don't forget that. 2d20 KH1. Plus the hex. Oh, wait.
That's just a hit.
Yeah, that's damage.
It's 18.
Awesome. Oh, yeah. Solid hit. Solid.
Wow. Really bad rolls for damage.
Jeez. That's definitely not good. Well, 6 points of force damage and, well, actually 1 point of force damage and 2 points of necrotic. And I'm assuming the +3 would add to your force damage?
I guess.
Yeah, because the augment your being. Yeah, so it would have been 4 points of force.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else you can do?
No.
Okay.
Done.
All right. First, let's see if that gob recharges. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Just moves up slightly. And it rears up and out comes another sticky goo. 15.
Yeah, Macy's like low.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 12.
So you need to make.
And the combat's over.
Yeah.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Wait, I've got a lucky.
Okay. Okay.
Wow. I guess I'll go with the 9. If it matters.
Okay. Yeah, this gob of goo comes at you, and it lands right on your chest. And you look down, you look up, and Vincent says, "Okay, you would be completely paralyzed now. So don't move until I say the word. If you want to accurately depict how this would be on the surface, because of course you're not, you're able to move and stuff. But he basically tells you, for the purposes of the training, to hold your ground and not move, and you can't do anything until he gives the word. So what this means now is, oh, by the way, you would have taken some damage from that.
Wow.
Then 9. And you were paralyzed until the end of your next turn. Now, this can you can be chain paralyzed. So the effect reads, if you fail, you take full damage from the poison, plus you're paralyzed until the end of your next turn. So if it goes again before you, and you fail again and it hits you, you're paralyzed until the end of your next turn, and it just, So here we go.
Yep.
Shuffle. Okay, so end of your turn.
So, I've got a question. I know I'm paralyzed, but can I make my familiar attack?
Well, you can't expend any actions or reactions or anything because you're paralyzed. So if I recall, to have your familiar attack, you have to spend one of your own actions so that he can do a reaction, right? So no, you can't.
Okay.
While paralyzed, because you can't spend any actions.
Yeah.
However, it is now the end of your turn, and Vincent calls out, "Okay, that should be good." For whatever reason, tells you it's good long enough, and that now you can move.
As if you make your check.
And he says, "Lou, well, that was a bit unfair, throwing out a third gob of acid. No one would expect that." And Lou just shrugs, and yeah.
Oh, did he make it?
Huh?
Help.
Yeah. Oh, he just... Okay. That was weird.
Wow. Okay, so it's going to attack as its
AC 12.
Its acid gob did not recharge, so... And it lurches in at you, and the spider kind of hits up against the door. Of course, it doesn't make any noise or anything, but it hits up against the door as you dodge to the side, just in time.
Wow.
And we're all pretty impressed with your fancy display of footwork here. Okay. Okay.
Lucky me. All right. Going to use a bonus action.
Okay. Nice. That's what I was thinking you'd do. So 30 feet. Basically, yeah, wherever you want to go. Awesome. And we all see Deadeye's just kind of disappear into the silvery mist, and he reappears right up there. And he turns around, and I'm assuming you're casting now?
Yeah, Eldritch Blast. Of course.
Theron, you kind of look maybe a bit worried, because now you see Deadeye's kind of looking over in our direction, and he's casting familiar-sounding words.
This is deja vu all over again.
Watch out! Yeah, give it a roll.
Do I still have advantage? I don't remember how. It's till his end of his turn, right? Zizix's turn?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
So even though he's not right there anymore, apparently he had provided enough distraction. You know, Luel is still really kind of freaked out. Like, where's this imp at? I'm assuming. Because Zizix would provide help until the start of his next turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, not quite good enough. Now this beam misses and hits into the wall right here, and we actually see, can feel some bits of wood and rock just kind of spray out, and we hear a yell from the hallway, "Be careful!" And it misses just barely.
Okay. So I'm gonna move.
Just run, man. Don't even look back. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I just bolt down the hall. Yeah, I'm guessing they don't want me to leave the area.
Probably not.
So I could totally go down the hall. See here. I think I'll just move back over here.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Right, Zizix. Go over and do the help action again. Go.
Yep.
Start messing with them. Luel thinks he hears something flying through the air, and he seems all nervous. And well, first let's see if it recharges. Okay. Yeah, kind of tight quarters here.
Yeah, it's like I was saying, can't really fight to the best of my potential in here.
And go. Tries to bite you. Whoa. Are you able to use a luck dice to affect other people's rolls too?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Just wondering. So when you know I'm about to roll and you want to use that, feel free to chime in if you wanted to use it.
Yeah. I'll have to try to remember that.
If you want to use it right now, I'll let you.
Okay.
It's your last luck point, right?
Yep. But yeah, that's right.
Okay. Go ahead, roll a d20.
That was going to be that 20. Oh man, that would have been
worst if you rolled a 20 there.
Oh, I was thinking that to myself too. I was like, oh, it's going to be 20. So anyway,
okay.
I will choose that he rolls the 2.
Okay, and he lurches into you, and just something seems to go in your favor. You just start to walk away, and Luel is just completely freaked out, and this spider just kind of almost, again, like he's kind of a puppet master here, and he's controlling all aspects of the spider. And the spider, its legs all kind of get contorted in some weird way, and Vincent is like, Luel, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm tired, man. I'm trying to keep my focus here. And yeah, the spider just kind of wobbles around. It doesn't really attack you.
This guy's really weird. Look at him.
Yeah.
Oh, lucky guy.
Wow. Holy crap. His legs are still tangled up the same way. The exact same
Nice.
way.
What?
Yeah. And, yeah, basically nothing. Like, Vincent is telling Lua, like, what are you doing? Come on, get it together. Like, this is an important training exercise. Yeah. All right, Dead Eyes.
Well, I guess I'm just going to attack from this point, moving forward with the Eldritch Blast. I don't have any lucky dice, which suck, but yep.
All
It's
right.
either that or take attacks of
Yeah.
opportunity.
Because you do have advantage, but you have disadvantage, it's a normal
So
roll.
it's just normal, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's true.
It's really cool.
14.
That is exactly what you needed, man. Good job.
Nice.
Now let's see some good damage.
Well, one die.
Yeah. 12 points of
13.
force damage and 1 point of necrotic. That's well done.
That was a pretty good roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
6 points higher.
Excellent. All right. Now you no longer have advantage due to Zizix until Zizix now
Help.
does it again, and he helps and keeps pestering both Luel and therefore this giant spitting spider. And he keeps on doing it. Ooh. Tries to bite you.
Jerk.
An 11. Wow.
Wow.
You didn't spend a luck point, but luck is definitely on your side right now. So Luel now finally has this creature's legs untangled such that it's more realistic looking now. And he starts moving around more realistic instead of it almost being kind of a comedy show with how he was moving the spider. It kind of looked funny. Didn't look right at all. But now he's recovered and the spider's now ready to act and probably finish you off the next time, but not this time. All right, normal attack roll.
Oh.
Ouch. There's a 7.
Yeah. The beam goes wide and hits the door over here. And again, like there's yelling now from behind this door, like, what's going on? And, you know, people are yelling, like, careful! Bring the whole ceiling crashing down over our heads.
That's the idea.
You should yell, "Shut up! I'm working here."
Oh, nice. And you recover. Let out another blast.
Nice.
Heck yeah. Normal attack.
Wait.
Too short.
Oh, man, yeah.
Vincent says, Dead Eyes, you're going to destroy this place. And another beam comes out. You know, it just misses. And it comes out and just nails over here up high. And we can see dirt and dust from up above just kind of like falling to the ground. And almost in unison now, almost everyone in Shadow's Hold that's watching are kind of like, be careful. And there's like some like women screaming in panic almost. Like they're scared. Like he's trying to kill us all. Yeah.
Sooner or later.
Oh, man.
Oh, shoot. All right, so Zizix is going to help.
Yep.
Just when.
Yeah, especially now.
Ooh, a 17.
Oh.
Well, your luck was due to run out eventually.
Yep. It's been ebbing.
All right, so you take 7 points of piercing damage, and then make a Constitution saving throw for the poison.
Well, 17.
That is a save. You take half, which is 5.
Oh.
Vincent is we could kind of overhear him saying to Lewell, like, should I end it? Should I end the fight before it destroys us all? And Lewell just says, maybe a little bit longer. And and Lewell looks even more determined on his face, and he's just completely concentrating, and the spider comes in for another strike. 14.
Yep.
Yep.
It's only got 7 hit points left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the poison, no matter what I roll, it doesn't matter. So, yeah, Vincent says, I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it. This one's too destructive. Too tight quarters for Deadeyes. He tried to warn me. And,
Yep.
yeah, you just kind of smile, I guess, and shrug. And Spider comes over here and just Lewell, almost like he's kind of breathing heavy, and he has sweat running down his face as well. And Spider just disappears. And Lewell seems pretty exhausted from all that. Now, okay. So you come back over here. And Vincent says, all right, Erlon in your party. Oh, where's Zizix? Okay. Do you send him away, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So he bids for us to come forward. So Vincent says, so how do you guys think you did? And he's looking around, waiting for anyone to speak up. Says, do you feel like you know enough to hunt on the surface?
I think we've proven that we can individually handle ourselves, and as a group, we would be very destructive.
I just look around and say, yep, we're destructive.
And yeah, Vincent looks around, and he looks at the woodworking section where it definitely took the brunt of Deadeyes' attacks. And he says, yes, destructive indeed. And he says, Ghoul, you did quite well. Just when it looked like Lewell was going to get the upper hand on you, you came through in an amazing feat of, just battle prowess. But you overcame. No doubt, you're a great warrior. And he says, Theron, you had some difficulties, but a yellow razor spider is definitely no slouch. You very nearly took one out, and no doubt as a party of a whole, with support from your friends here, you guys would be able to dispatch these. But definitely a warning, if you see a large swarm of them, you got to try to get out of those webs if you're caught in them, and think about fleeing. And remember to stay spread out.
Yeah, right. Ain't gonna flee.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Then, Erlon, the black rhinoceros spider, definitely probably the most heavily defensive spider in all the force that we have seen. And you held your own for a very long time. You definitely, I think your fight is what caused Lewell to start to gain a sweat. And Lewell kind of chuckles to himself, indeed. And he says, again, no doubt with your friends you would be able to overcome such spiders, but definitely be wary. You know, they leap through the air, they try to hide, and you don't know that you've met them until they start leaping through the air everywhere. Captain Balazar, like, amazing footwork. Definitely some things you need to watch out for. But of course, you fought the ghost spider, which you actually did pretty well against. It takes our younger men in training to become hunters. They spend a couple years just before they're ready to try to take on the ghost spider. So you seem quite capable. Although I might suggest you think about upgrading your weapon to something a little bit more, not heavy, but like, you know, a dagger is such a small weapon. Is something more effective against these large-sized creatures. And he just nods and says, maybe I'll do some shopping at your weaponry. And then he says to Deadeyes, no doubt on the surface, you know, with room to maneuver, you could have stayed out of trouble and dispatched that giant spitting spider. And even though it was a bit unfair of Lewell to throw so many acid, you know, poison gobs at you, you know, when you have multiple of those spiders around throwing those gobs, you definitely got to be wary. But he says, I need to give my report to Lady Agatha, a formal report at the registry. If you guys will come back later in the day, after lunch, I will probably have a decision for you. Lewell, Vincent, and her need to convene, and we will come to an agreement on whether we feel like you guys are ready to be the third hunting party of Shadow's Hold. So,
Sounds good.
Anyone have any comments or questions?
Thanks for the useful information, that I will say. It's good to know what we're up against.
Okay. And he said, yeah, survival requires us to know this knowledge of these spiders. And even with the knowledge, hunting parties, you know, many of our young men don't make it back. Like, these spiders are highly aggressive and they're hungry all the time. And yeah, just got to keep your wits about you. So, any questions? Theron? Erlon?
Nope.
Ghoul says, I have a question. That black rhinoceros spider, have you ever tried to use any pieces of them for armor?
Ooh, that is a good question.
I'm going to roll a check now. He says, yes, we've thought about it, but we have not encountered that many that we would be able to form or to try to make a suit. We'd definitely go through several of the material of their exoskeleton, the thickest parts. I'm just trying to figure out how to fashion it into a suit of armor. But if we were to be able to get ample supply, it might be possible. So, of course, Ghoul's wheels are turning in his head now with the prospect of possibly trying to accumulate enough of this, the thickest parts of these black rhinoceros spiders to make a suit of plate mail, basically.
Sure.
Jeez.
Which would be freaking awesome. Can you imagine?
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Which I'm just now thinking, too. Like, imagine wearing pieces with these, like, horned spikes all around them.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty freaking awesome. So Ghoul nods at that, and he's kind of thinking to himself that he wants to definitely, if we ever encounter those, he wants to try to harvest the best pieces that he can. Anyone else? The captain mentioned something. He says, "Yeah, I have a question. So the giant mole spider. You guys like to harvest the meat and the ichor for the dye off of those spiders. So, those are highly prized. The other spiders that we fought, is there anything of use to harvest off of the other spiders?" And Vincent says, "Good question, Captain Balazar. Yes, there is. The yellow razor spiders, their legs we tend to fashion to help use some digging tools to dig through the dirt. Anything much more than that, they just tend to break. But, we're able to make little shovels and little, wedges and hoes for gardening and stuff on the surface out of the bottoms of, parts of their legs. You might find some of the women in the kitchens might like some pieces of those legs too for cutting. And the black rhinoceros spider, of course, with the plates, we tend to use most of their pieces for trying to make shields and other defensive, to use their plated sections like that, but haven't really found enough useful material, as Ghoul was asking about, to create full suits of armor. Not to say that it couldn't be done. The Henna is greatly skilled.
Yes, she is.
And the ghost spider, it's been a while since we've met any of those, and those that do meet those, everyone tends to run from them as fast as they can. Not sure what is useful off of them. And Luel speaks up at this point, and he says, the ghost spiders, there might be some experiments we can perform. We're not sure what is exactly of use off of them yet, but there very well might be a possibility of different components of the spider that we can study to maybe learn about some of their properties. Maybe their eyes, maybe if some of their internal glands, if you can find any, if in good shape. But yeah,
Should we kill him?
Pretty difficult to keep them intact, though, in good shape. Let alone survive through a fight with ghost spiders. And then lastly, the giant spitting spider. So the giant spitting spider, the potency of that goo that they spit out, it loses its potency pretty quickly, so you can't really use it as a weapon. But some have found that they can mix it with different things, and it kind of creates like I guess you can call it a painkiller. Like it has some numbing properties. So if someone has a very bad wound, so we tend to use some of that goo in our healing salves that we have to try to help with our wounds and our aches and pains, stuff like that. We just tend to rub it on, and it seems to be mild enough that, it does the trick. You don't feel the hurt in a cut or something like that, but it does wear off. But definitely not potent enough to use it, really offensively for anything. But other than that, there might, there's not to say that there's not other things to harvest, but that's what we know about.
So what you're saying is we should just open up a portal and throw in monster parts whenever we kill something?
Are you able to open a portal?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Yeah. Reminiscing about an older party.
I remember doing that too.
I hate that freaking spell, man. Dimensional folding.
Such a cool spell.
It's a cool spell, but I hate it.
Kind of breaks the game a little bit for you as a DM.
Yep. Yes, it does. I'd say it breaks it a lot.
Okay, a lot.
Yeah. So I guess with that, if no one has any other questions, so I guess we go. It's probably around this time. It's about lunchtime, and we come back after lunch. So mark off another silver.
All right.
Okay, so we go back to our quarters for a little bit and rest. Probably do a short rest and get back whatever resources we can after a short rest. So go ahead, update your sheets of a short rest, whatever stuff you get back.
Sweet.
And then we come back to this area, and there's Vincent. Lul is back at the library. Well, we're assuming he's actually out of sight. But Vincent is there with some other students, the same 3 young men that we saw the previous day, and he has the dummies back out, and we're studying. And we also noticed that there's a few people over here, and they're working on the wall, repairing it.
Yeah.
They have a couple buckets of water and stuff and some mud, and they seem to be like redoing like the little pits that have been exploded out of the wall. Yeah. And they see us approach too, and one of them even kind of taps his buddy on the shoulder, and they look over and they're looking at you, Deadeyes, and they're just kind of whispering at each other. And we can't hear what they're saying, but yeah, Vincent says, "Oh, you're back. Well, it's all recorded and done. If you were all ready, you have been cleared to, I guess, when it's up to Erlon, your assigned leader, to go at the surface at your leisure. Of course, just a reminder of the rules. The doors close at sunset, no exceptions. They do not reopen under any circumstances. They are locked shut."
So it's just after lunch?
Yep.
You want to guys?
It's about 2:00 in the afternoon.
You guys want to go out for a few hours? See what we can look at?
Well, the captain says, I want to take Vincent up on his suggestion and maybe upgrade my weapon from a dagger to maybe something like maybe what you're wielding, Erlon.
Okay.
Maybe a rapier is in order.
Yeah. Theron needs to go to the weaponsmith, do something too.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go with the woodworking.
So Vincent says, congratulations. The others have come up with names for their hunting party, so you're welcome to come up with a hunting party name. Otherwise, we'll just call you Erlon's party.
Okay. We need to probably come up with a name. That's bullshit.
Gosh.
Yeah. It should be Deadeye's party. Come on.
Should be. Let's just call it Deadeye's party. That would be awesome. Just to spite them.
Let's call it Lyric's party.
Lyric's party.
Party of the Shadow Elves.
I don't know, Erlon, you probably say like, okay, we'll discuss it. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
And okay, so the captain and Theron want to head up to the weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anywhere else you guys want to go?
I want to go woodworking.
Also, Vincent suggests visiting the textiles and maybe purchasing some bags. Since we're going to be hunters, we should probably make sure we're loaded up with enough bags to carry stuff back.
Yeah.
That's probably a good plan.
Yeah. All right, so let's do some shopping now. And then I think we'll probably call the session.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to woodworking, and then I'll go to textiles.
Okay, so first, let me resolve. Let's go up here to the weaponry. So we see that anvil and such. I'll let you go, Theron. What did you want to find?
I wanted to go to the weaponsmith and see if they had a sickle by chance.
Okay. Sickle.
Yes.
Okay, it is a simple weapon. Also useful for probably harvesting stuff. So
Which may make it pretty rare here.
right.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out. Oh, you're lucky. There's one. You look over and up on a wall, you see this dark green bladed sickle.
Ooh.
And the wood seems to be very nicely sculpted. And yeah.
How much?
There's all sorts of ornamentation work done on the handle. And it's kind of fancy. And the blacksmith there, what was his name? Gowan. Gowan says, gonna be taking up gardening? As he retrieves it from the wall.
Theron says no. More like putting things in their place.
Putting things... I don't know what that means, but... here, have a look at it, see if you like it. Then he hands it over to you.
Right on.
He says, could be a fine gift for a pretty face.
Oh my gosh. And Theron says,
You have
how
someone
much?
in mind? And it says, well, to cover my costs from the extensive woodworking I had done on this piece, I'm going to need 3 gold.
And he asks, can you break a plat?
A plat? Says, been a while since I've seen one of those.
Right on.
I might be able to make that do.
Okay. So I'm going to hand him the plat then.
Okay. So also keep in mind, 2nd edition plat, I believe, was 5 gold pieces for 1 plat. I'm pretty sure
it's not 10 gold pieces for a plat?
It is. That's what I'm saying. In 2nd edition, it was 5, but I'm pretty sure in 5th edition, it was simplified to be 10 plat, or 10 gold equals 1 plat.
Okay.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
I thought that's what it was.
I have no clue.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was 10 copper
Sounds
into
right
1
too.
silver, 10 silver into 1 gold, and then 10 gold into 1
Yeah.
plat.
So, yeah, 1 plat is equal to 10 gold in 5th edition.
Okay. All
So,
right.
yeah. So you have add 7 gold, subtract 1 plat.
Okay.
And you can add to your sheet fancy sickle, I guess, or however you want to remember what it looks like. You know, that's all.
Fancy green sickle.
Yeah.
Right
Same
on.
damage and everything. D4. Same stats.
Sweet.
All right. The captain says, I'm looking to fancy myself a rapier. You happen to have one of those? Let's find out. Rapier is a martial weapon. Oh, yes. Heck yeah, there's definitely a rapier. And as Gowan goes over to heft a rapier from the back, he brings it back up. And wow, what a nice weapon. Again, blade is completely the famous dark green. And the pommel's completely ornate with all sorts of ironwork kind of wrapped around that helps add to the grip. And plus, on the hilt, like on the handle there's a reddish looking gem. And it just seems to kind of sparkle in the firelight from the forge. And Captain says, "Whoa, how much do you want for this fine weapon?" And he's filling the rapier and everything. I'm just trying it around, huh? Just giving it a little whirl. And
No, I don't even know what went on. I have no idea.
Plus 10.
Yeah, I don't know why it did that.
Crap. He wants 75 gold for this rapier.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
take out a loan, man.
No. So you're still standing there, Theron?
Yeah, he's gonna look for something else too.
He kind of nudges you a bit, and he says, "Not a word about this to anyone, okay?" And you're kind of like, "What?" And he looks over, or you look over, and you see his hand reach into a pouch, and he pulls out this other gem. And he says, "This one's worth a bit more than 100. How about a simple trade, this gem for that fine weapon?" And this black Gowan lifts it up and looks at it. It's a good-sized gem. And it's a bluish-looking gem.
Nice.
And he's holding it up, and he's like, "Wow, this is a fine gem." He says, "Where did you find such a piece?" And the captain says, "We only just arrived in Shadow's Hold, remember?" And he says, "Oh, of course, Captain Balazar." And he says, "A remnant of the old life." And he says, "I definitely a good trade in my favor. I am in your debt. So you need anything else, you let me know." And the captain gives him a nod. And he grabs the rapier. And he looks over and he says, "How about that belt loop right there for, holstering my rapier?" And he says, "It's yours," and he hands it over to him. And the captain puts it on and puts his nice rapier there, and sweet, got some more DPS in the party.
Nice.
Let me update his stats now. Cool. So the captain does more damage now. Let's see what changes there. Okay. So who is next? Erlon, you want to go to woodworking.
There are some pretty cool weapons though that you can use. They're almost like what are they called? Like brass knuckles? They have all kinds of different cool ones like that.
Cestus? Yeah.
Yeah, cestus.
Cestus, yeah.
Something like that. Is it cestus or cestus?
I call it Cestus, whatever, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, for now, just stay away from the D&D wiki homebrew type stuff.
Alright.
Because I don't agree with the vast majority of that stuff anyways.
Man, yeah. I saw they have like an ASMR race on there. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah. And they have oversized weapons. Which,
Oh, wow.
like, come on.
We're putting some Dark Souls stuff in there.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right, so Erlon, you pass by these workers, and you hear, let's see, what's your passive? Yeah. You hear one of them say, "Yeah, that's Erlon, but he can heal." It's like, "Oh, yeah, that's him." And, as you walk through, and you're just kind of like, "Yeah, great, shut up." But you walk in, and there's all sorts of cables and stuff. There's some hammering noises. I mean, there's just some scraping noises. People are like sanding off some pieces of wood. There's a few like long logs and stuff in here that people are sanding, maybe getting to prep and cut and make just all sorts of stuff. There's people sitting off to the sides, like up over here, just like younger, even like kids, even like teenagers, just sitting there sanding like bowls and spoons and stuff, just different eatery utensils that they're making. And let's see, woodworking, which is, so this man comes up and he says, I believe your name is Erlon, correct?
That is correct, sir.
How did your training go?
That seemed to have went well. I almost won.
Says, which spider were you up against?
A rhinoceros spider.
And he cringes. He says, "Ooh, that's a tough one, that is." And he says, "How did you fare? Come close, I hope?"
Pretty dang close. I almost had it.
And he says, and he kind of shudders and he says, "It's crazy to think that some of you are brave enough to go on the surface and fight those things for real, I say." And he says, well, what can I help you with?
He's like, how about a little music to inspire your workers? Something soft.
He says, "Oh, you're here to perform. Like,
Sure, for free.
Wow.
That's very kind of you. Sure, and he even calls out and says, "How about it, everyone? Erlon would like to play a, or actually, no, sorry. He says Erlon the healer would like to play us a tune for free."
Do you at least have a tip cup out?
Everyone is just like, yeah, and there's some people clapping, and they get back to their work.
So I'm not pulling out my sham because I know that thing's a piece of crap. We're gonna see how my viol does.
Okay, and that's like a miniature violin or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll say you just kind of get over in a little corner here, and you bring it out. You kind of test a little bit, make sure it's
Tuned.
tuned. It's been through a lot, so
Yeah.
let's. Hopefully, this one's not ruined. Let's give me a performance check.
Oh man. Wow.
There we go.
Holy
It seems
crap.
to have survived the wear and tear of the ocean and the salt water and all that, which can definitely do a number on musical instruments and wood. But it well, and you play just a series of excellent tunes, and it's held up as well. And people, you finish your tune, and what was his name again? Oh, he says, "Oh, my name is Thelm," and he says, "I manage the woodworking area."
I say
And he
it's
says,
a pleasure to meet you.
he says, "What an amazing song." He says, "What's it called?"
Her beauty.
The death of Shadow Holt. Oh, never mind.
He says, "What a great one. You compose it yourself."
Yes.
He says, "Oh, you have great skill. Great skill. We are lucky to have you in Shadow's Hold."
He says, I used to have this beautiful lute before the shipwreck that I could play the most beautiful music on. I wish I still had it.
I see what you're doing.
I'm not.
That's awesome.
He says, "No doubt.
Boy.
That's too bad. A lute." Well, let me make a check here.
That is awesome.
Come on,
well
dude.
done.
I'm straight up charismatic.
Yeah, give me
I'm gonna wrangle my way into this.
So you're talking about your loot and stuff. Give me a persuasion.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Like, holy crap. Well freaking done.
Okay,
That was impressive.
Get a freaking
that
one.
was impressive. He says, "Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to have heard one of your beautiful songs on a lute. I can only imagine, if you could play what you just did on a viol, man, a lute would just sound amazing."
And Erlon says, "Do we have anybody here that knows how to make those kinds of things, or maybe even has one?"
Ooh, or even has one. I didn't think about that possibility. I'm gonna give it a chance that maybe they have one. No.
Yeah.
It says, no, we haven't had anybody around here that has even known how to play a lute, let alone knows what one is. I've heard of such instruments before, though. I've never made one, but perhaps I could try. I've been working with wood for a very long time. And Thelm, he's definitely not a young guy. He's
Sure.
you could tell he's definitely been there for a while. He's probably in his 40s, you would imagine. And, just from the look of his hands and everything, like, you can tell that he's done manual work his whole life.
And I say, "You think you could build one? Would you attempt such a thing?"
Says, well, and he scratches his head and he says, "Oh, I'd be willing to attempt anything." He says, "That would definitely give me a new challenge." And he says, "Yeah, I'd be up for the challenge, although I think I would need some help to lay out the plans on what a lute even, the construction of the inside. I heard that the hollow part of the body has to be certain sizes to resonate the sound. I don't know if that's true, of course, but I would imagine you would know about such things.
I definitely would. I've used one for a long time.
Well, perhaps we can work together on this project then.
Sure. That would
It says, there's just one problem.
Money, baby.
It says we're kind of going through a lumber shortage right now.
Oh.
As you take a look around, this is all that we have, and all this that you see here is going to be consumed with our latest orders of eatery utensils and bowls for the kitchen. And he says, I would be happy to try a hand at making a loot for you, but we need some more timber, and I have some more orders for chairs and tables and even beds. I don't know if you've heard, but your arrival, they plan on expanding out in the living quarters, and there's furniture that needs to be filled in those spaces. Says, would you be willing to go and get some timber for our project?
I would have to ask my group if they'd be willing to help me out with that.
He says, well, that's kind of you. Says, you ask the rest of the group?
Huh. They're my friends. We make decisions together is the best way to do it.
And he says, well, hopefully things work out well for you then. Most leaders of hunting parties, they call all the shots, and they don't ask permission with their peers. Probably for the best, though. It could get quite chaotic up top, with all the spiders and other monsters and all.
He's not just a leader.
Well for us so far.
He's not just a leader, he's a two-leader.
That's right. I'll see if we can grab some wood while we're up there. Is there any special kind of wood you're looking for loot?
And
For musical instruments.
yeah,
How nice do you want this loot, man?
yeah, kind of. Well, probably not pine.
Yeah, just probably some
Like maybe rosewood or
something.
I don't know. Do you want like a softwood or a hardwood? I'm not sure.
Ebony fretboard.
You know what, dude? I honestly in real life have no,
You what?
I have no idea. In real life. I'd have
Ebony fretboard with a pearl inlay.
Yeah, right. A dragon's jawbone makes the best.
Well, maple is common, but I'm trying to think on whether maple would even exist on an island such as we're at. It probably could, actually.
What about an oak tree?
I'm not sure about oak.
Hmm.
Well, I'm just looking it up right now. I mean, there's maple, there's mahogany, there's rosewood. So there's several different types of wood.
Looks like hardwoods is what you want from what I'm reading.
Yeah, it looks like hardwoods. The softwoods.
Yep.
Well, spruces are even used to soundboards of instruments. Blah, blah, blah. Cedar, redwood, Douglas fir have been used to a limited degree. Yeah, you probably want a hardwood. Oh, here we are. Yew trees. They were once used widely for loot bowls. So probably a combination of yew and maple. Probably.
All right.
So, yeah. So funny.
Maple, cherry, ebony, rosewood.
I was just thinking of joke. Maybe if Erlon asked nice enough, maybe that guy would have some morning wood.
You're so stupid.
Oh my god.
Heck yeah.
That's safe for the blacksmith.
Nope, there we go.
Or the armorer, I guess.
Yeah, the armor.
Not the blacksmith.
No,
Yeah,
that's-
there you go.
So yeah, so he kind of tells you different types of woods that he thinks would be good, and he just tells them to you. There's a list of maybe 4 different kinds of wood that he thinks is in the area that maybe you can find.
Okay.
And he gives you descriptions. You sit down and he describes each of these trees. So go ahead, he writes it down on a piece of parchment and hands it to you and rolls it up.
Okay.
So go ahead and put it in your inventory of like loot wood recipe or however you want to remember it. but he gives you this so that you can refer to it. And it has some notes scribbled on it about the description of.
Oh, it's put Lootwood notes.
Yeah, there you go, Lootwood notes. All right, is there anything else?
Yes. I need to go to the linen place.
Okay.
Buy some bags.
Yeah, I think we all need to do that. So we probably head up to the textiles because we lost a lot of our stuff. So they have some bags.
Files.
And even some they do not have vials over in textiles.
Is that at? Where is that gonna be at?
Maybe you can find some metal vials, but there's pretty much no glass.
Need some glass.
Or maybe you get some wooden vials.
Yeah.
Probably
They
go
need
to
us to go collect a bunch of sand from the beach so they can make glass.
Yeah, from the harbor.
There you go.
Yeah. Control glass.
Yep.
Maybe stoneworkers could do pots, but they would break easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to carry
I
that.
thought of
Yeah,
that.
haven't you ever played Zelda?
Probably.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so bags. They have some backpacks, but I'm going to say that the backpacks, there's extra work that go into them because they're dyeing them that green. That's just what they do. So we'll just say they're 4 gold each. So if you want to purchase a backpack, which is ideal for traveling around on the surface, it's part of a hunting party, then it costs 4 gold. I think Gold's going to buy one.
I still have a backpack.
How much were the backpacks?
4.
4 gold?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was the only one that got away with mine.
Yep.
Yeah.
I lost mine, so I'm going to buy a backpack. 5 pounds. So Shadows Hold backpack.
Would textiles be the place where they have robes?
Yep.
Or would that be? That would be.
Yep.
Okay. They got any cool robes? Because mine's all tattered up.
Yeah, they have some robes.
Some green robes.
Mm-hmm. Just,
How much?
Just double the price. 2 gold.
Okay. I'm gonna buy one.
Okay.
Sweet.
You got this dark green robe.
Yep.
So we're kind of all there shopping and stuff. They also have some clothes and other things. I wonder if we should maybe just buy ourselves some new clothes because I'm sure we're still wearing our tattered, worn clothes from being shipwrecked and all that. Plus, it would help us fit in. Plus, you can never go wrong with wearing dark green in the forest. I think, yeah, Gold's gonna... So again, but pretty much most things textile related, just double the price. And that's how much.
Do they have a cloak of a bat?
No, normal textiles, not magical.
Oh, shoot.
Dang it. I
And
was
so
going to buy a
one
cloak of the
gold.
bat.
So Gold's going to spend 1 gold for some new clothes.
Okay, I'll do it too.
How much for a belt? Is it just going to be the same as Player's Handbook? The little, or is it going to be different here?
Double the price.
Double the price?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know earlier I had said when we first got Shadow's Hold, and just make it easy, just same price as the Player's Handbook. But I thought more about it.
Yeah.
They're pretty much, it's harder to make things. It's not so easy to come across these materials. And there's a lot of consignment work that goes out, so there's more cost involved to make these things for them.
Right.
So I figured just, double the price. For those weapons, just so happened that I rolled that they were like really nice, so I tripled them. That's why that rapier was 75 gold. But it was special. There was something special about it. Not magical special, but, but same with your sickle. Your
Do they
sickle,
have a healer's kit here?
They do.
I would like to buy one.
They do have a healer's kit. And the healer's kit
Is 10 gold. Ouch. I hand them a platinum.
Okay. Now the healers, did you double the price on that?
Yeah, it was 5 gold.
Yeah. So contained in that also, so like these salves and stuff, it's basically as you read in the player's
10
handbook.
uses, yeah.
Well, no, also keep in mind that some of that spitting spider like goo was used in a lot of those salves and stuff that are in that healing kit.
So what's cool, though, is I don't have to roll a check to stabilize somebody with it.
Right. Yeah, you just expend a use of the healer's kit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
Picking up an additional sack too, tied to the outside in my backpack.
Yeah,
That's what I was going to do, is get a couple sacks.
Yeah, same here. I want a couple more sacks or bags.
My strength's really low, but does anybody want to get some rope just in case?
I can't carry it, dude. I'm not the guy.
Okay.
I guess that'd be cool.
Yeah, I can definitely carry it. I think, well,
Just in case someone falls in a river.
something like that. Yeah. I'm going to roll to see if they have rope.
Well, you can make it out of plants and all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah, I know, but that's pretty labor intensive. And I'm not sure how commonly used rope would really be worth the effort. You know what I mean?
I've seen a couple guys make it out of duct tape on a desert island.
That's right.
They do have 50 feet of rope, and that's it. There's one, and so textiles. Oh, so there's a woman there, and she announces herself. She says, "I am Ellen." She says, "I'm in charge of all the textiles," and she says, "Welcome to my shop and stuff." And she says, "Oh, you were Erlon. How was your training? I heard that you and your friends were training to be the next hunting party."
We've succeeded. We will be a hunting party of 5.
She says, "Congratulations. So what's your first job? What are you going to go do first?"
We're not sure. We talked about maybe getting some food since there's a need in the kitchens right now.
She says, "Well, we're getting low on mole spider blood."
Okay.
She says, "I'd be willing to pay you 1 gold for each flask of it."
And where would I get these flasks?
Over in woodworking.
Okay.
They're wooden flasks.
All right.
Oh, okay.
She says they do make some over in the metalworks, but they're quite more expensive.
I bet they are.
So yeah, I think I'm going to have Ghoul buy that rope, although how much is it?
Well, it's depends on what it is. If it's hemp, which I'm assuming it is, it's gold.
So 2 gold. I'll spend 2 gold for that.
Yeah.
So 50 feet of hemp rope. It weighs 5 pounds. Interesting. So they only have one type of bag? Or am I just not seeing it?
They've got a backpack and pouch and a sack. And I got a jug too, but I'm probably going to fill it with ale.
Yeah, I think I'm going to buy a sack for 2 copper.
Yeah, we're going to need to go back. I'll have to go back to woodworking and see if I can get some flasks.
Okay, a flask. Let's see.
It's 2 copper for a regular flask.
So do you want metal or wooden?
I want wooden.
Okay, so 4 copper then
Per
flask. I think Ghoul is going to carry some in his backpack too. I think he's going to take. He'll buy two flasks because we're only going out a day at a time, right? Like during the day.
I'll grab 2 as well.
So that 8.
Me too.
Yeah. How much Theron wants 4?
So make sure you put that it's wooden.
Okay.
Flask, wooden, and we'll just put the weight is the same as a standard flask. So anything else anyone wants?
No.
Okay.
You have axes, right?
Yeah, I have 3 hand axes.
Okay. That way, if I find the proper tree, I can get that as well.
Oh, I also have a great axe.
Yeah. I figured you
Whoops.
were the guy.
Good thing to get that roll out of the way.
No, that was 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna use your lucky? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're all out.
So I was mad at myself. I forgot I could have used my amulet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
I completely forgot about it.
Dang it. I forgot about it too.
Yeah.
What's your amulet do again?
Gives me the lucky ability
Oh, wow, nice.
once per day.
Sweet.
Is everyone done buying stuff that you wanted?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Any weapons or anything anyone wants to try to go find?
What was the armor smith's name?
The Ehena?
Ahina.
Yeah. EHENNA. Ehena. Yeah. She's the main armor smith and she's a maker of tools.
And she's going to be your current lover.
And she likes her a lot.
Yes, she does. You haven't went and said hi to her yet today.
I was going
what
to.
the
That's
heck,
what I was
man?
doing next. That's why I asked.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
In woodworking, while I'm there, is there any carvings of anything kind of cool? Like any kind of like flowers or like animals, something like that?
Oh, dang.
I'm not an idiot. You got to bring a gift, buddy.
Yes, there is. There's actually several children's toys of different figurines. Surprisingly, you find there's a couple different wooden carvings of spiders, which strikes you as odd.
Give me
Like,
some of those.
why would you want that? There's a carving of a tree, and there's a carving of a cat.
Ew.
Well, that sounds like okay.
And there's a bunch of bowls and spoons and
Wait. Hold on. Oh, never mind.
there's some dice.
Okay. I go up to the main guy. What was his name again? I need to write these things down. I'm going to put them in my sheet.
So you're going up to who?
The guy that I talked to before.
In woodworking?
Yeah, woodworking. What's his name?
In woodworking, it was Thelm. Thelm. Yeah, and he needs more timber.
Okay. So I asked him, do you have anyone that could carve me a flower?
And he says, absolutely. You want to place an order for a single flower or a bouquet?
A single.
And he says, may I ask who the lucky lady is?
That's for me to know.
He says, fair enough, Erlon. And he kind of gives you a pat on the back. And he says, how big of a flower do you want?
I don't know. What do you think? 4 to 6 inches?
Does size matter?
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Just make it a single rose.
Do a single rose. How does 5 silver sound?
Sounds fine.
Okay. Says we should be able to make one out of some of our scraps. Come back in a couple. Go ahead and make note of that. I'll have you keep track of that.
I was going to write it with his name. He was building me one.
Yeah. So 2 days. He said it should be done.
And I'll pay him in advance.
Oh, very nice of you. And yeah, Thelm thanks you. So writes you out a receipt. No. Make sure you guys are still awake.
I was thinking about
Oh,
it.
crap, it's 1 a.m. Okay.
Yes, it is.
I got
Sorry, I didn't mean to get sidetracked on silly things.
Yeah. That's fun sometimes.
So I'm just going to go say hi to her. We don't need to role play it.
Yeah. So Erlon, you go and say hi. She looks up at you and her eyes just widen. You just see this admirable look come across her face, and she says, "Erlon," and she opens up. Let's move the screen. She opens up that a waist-high door, and she comes through, and she just gives you a big hug.
And
and she says, "How did your training go? I've been so busy today."
I say, well, we passed. We are going to be a 5-person party for the surface.
And you're kind of expecting her to be all happy, but instead she bites her lip and she looks worried. She says, "Oh, I'm happy for you, Erlon, but please be careful."
Say, I understand your trepidation, beautiful woman, beautiful lady, but I'll be okay.
And she says, "Well, you certainly know how to talk to a woman."
Better
And
How about some music while you work? I'll play
Can you do that?
I would love to.
All right, that's using your vial.
Yeah, definitely not
I'm
using
trying
a Dom.
to normal tune. If you just want to do a normal tune, no roll required. You just do it. But if you want to try to impress her, +8. Dang.
Yeah,
Seriously.
Great.
I have to roll low to not give a good
Cheers.
performance. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you definitely. She's like, she starts working as you're playing, and she starts talking with you as well. As you're kind of playing your viol, and she says, "You supply needed."
I'm sorry, dude. You broke up.
Yeah, you're breaking out.
Sorry. What was the?
You just sounded like robotic for a second.
What was the last thing you heard me say?
She just started to talk to me while I was playing.
Yeah, she started
hear-
talking to you while you're playing. She says, "So did you get all the supplies that you need for your hunt?"
I think so. We got some bags and some flasks. And I have a list of what I need if I want to build a new loot.
And she says, "Flasks? Where do you get your flasks from?"
Oh, I bought some wooden ones.
And she says, "Erlon." And she reaches down and she grabs 2 metal flasks and she gives you 2 of them.
What the heck? Where's my lover down here?
And I say, what do I owe you?
She says, "How about just another song?"
Oh, no problem at all. I'd be happy to do that.
Just for kicks, give it another roll.
All right. What did I roll last time? Oh, performance. That's right.
Performance, yeah.
Oh, not as good this time.
That was good. I mean, it's still freaking 14.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So,
It's going to take a lot for me to. It'll take a pretty bad roll.
and she says, you finish the song, and she says, "Erlon."
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
She says,
This is where I run.
I know, no.
I'm kidding.
I know that you're probably missing home a lot right now, but I just have to tell you, I'm grateful that you're in Shadow's Hold. We need someone like you here.
We need a hero.
And I say, you, my dear, are a bright spot.
What was it you said?
I said, you, my dear, are a bright spot in a fairy place.
Nice. All right, so with that, I think we'll call the session.
Buttering her up.
You're dang right, dude. Look, I'm getting free flasks.
Yeah,
Come
I
on,
know.
man.
Yep.
Freaking free metal flask. Jeez.